This is Country Living E Oregon Style 61, and I am going to make a chicken vegetable soup starter mix. Okay, to start out with, you need a cup of dried minced onions. Now, I'm doing chicken. You can do this without any bouillon in it or any meats. You can do it just as a vegetable type starter mix. I'm doing it as a chicken, then I'm going to turn around later and I'll do a plain, and then I'll turn around for myself and do the beef. But as of right now, this is a cup of the diced minced onions. They're all dried. This is a quarter a cup. Well, if I can get it out, maybe get this. A quarter cup of onion powder, and it's sat there long enough. I've been gathering all my stuff, and I realize I put a mess on the table, so I'll kind of break it up a little bit there. Anyway, then you want a quarter cup of parsley flakes, and I left my quarter cup over here because I was using it. Okay. Quarter cup of that, of the parsley flakes. And you can add more onion to it if you want to. You can add the onion salt. And if you have ground onion, you can add a little salt to it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a, what did it say, 2 teaspoons. I'm just going to add it, because we don't use a lot of salt, so I'm just going to add regular salt to this. I think there will be enough onion in there not to worry about. Okay, you want, where is it at? I'm not organized. I don't have any regular, I can't find it. It's in my storage, I guess. So I'm going to use ground savory. 2 teaspoons of it. So I'm going to use the ground that I have. And it says to use, where's it at? I don't know. I am lost with, oh, breaking them. I am going to put in, this yard's about out, but I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of oregano in it. Now this is my fresh that I do myself, so I'm going to kind of crunch it up a little bit. Half a teaspoon of, wherever it's at, sage. I'm sorry, this table is so unorganized with stuff, but I went and got the stuff and just set it on there and started in. So here's a half a teaspoon of sage, and it's like I say, it's my own, so I'll break it up a little bit to put in there. Half a teaspoon of basil. Break that up. Gotta put it on. I dropped a piece there. Let's see. Get this stuff out of the way that I've used. Next is half teaspoon of sweet marjoram. Where in the heck did I put that? There it is. I'm trying to get everything off to one side that I've already used so I don't double back or grab the wrong thing. add more. You can add as much of the um, parsley as you want, but you don't have to. Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way. Stuff that I've used. Okay, I think I've used all that stuff. Okay, and it says a teaspoon of mustard seed, and I've got them here somewhere. There it is. Now remember, this is a soup. This isn't, it's going to have to be cooked, but it is all dried. A teaspoon of the peppercorns. A tablespoon of the, I'm hoping I've got enough of the red bell peppers over here. A red bell pepper flakes, and I don't know, let's see if I can pour it out without making too big of a mess. Quarter a teaspoon, let's see if I can get this open now. Quarter a teaspoon of thyme. Oops, got the wrong measurement. I'll be okay. Maybe. Quarter teaspoon. Try to put a half in there. I don't want a half. I want a half. I want a quarter. Quarter teaspoon of thyme. Oops. And a quarter teaspoon. Where the heck is it? Of garlic powder. Most of this stuff is my own. The peppercorns, of course, isn't. Neither is that thyme, because I didn't have any over here. I didn't want to go to Quonset and get it. So, needless to say, that's what I'm using. I'm using store-bought. And you use let's use a couple tablespoons of the chicken bouillon. Well, maybe we will. Let's see what we got. Sure, it's going to. Okay, that's chicken bouillon. If you're doing beef, then put beef in. Or you don't have to add it at all. I mean, it's up to you. You can make it regular with just the soup stock alone, and then add your own bouillon from some that you made yourself, or you can put in beef broth, or you can, you know, you don't have to use it all dry. Beans, I'm doing chicken. I am doing, where's my quarter cup? There it is. My own chicken gravy mix. A quarter of a cup of it. Okay, now, what we're gonna, I'm gonna give this a stir. Kind of get it all mixed up, so that it's not, all the herbs aren't at the top. Then you can add any vegetable that you want to this. And I am going to add about about a tablespoon, I guess, of the celery powder. You can use dried celery if you wanted to, it didn't matter. You're just doing it for flavor. Then I have got some carrots, beans, I don't know where, there it is. Carrots, beans, corn, let's see what, green beans, corn, carrots in this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add like a cup, I'm guessing. It says to add at least a cup to it. So I'm going to add a cup and then we'll see what happens there. And you can use peas, this has got peas in it too. Peas, green beans, carrots, corn, peppers, and I'm going to put a little bit of peppers in it because we didn't have peppers in that. So, and I'm going to add just scant a quarter of a cup. And then I've got some fresh celery that I'm going to go ahead and add. Even though I added some of the powder, I'm going to add about a quarter of a cup of the regular dried celery. And you give that kind of a stir. Now you can add any other kind of vegetable you want. Okay? You kind of give it a good stir. Now, you can leave it as that. And it's done. Or, I have some dehydrated chicken I'm going to add to it. Add about a half cup. I'm going to give it just a spoon to kind of mix it. So I've already got my chicken into it. It's dehydrated. But, or you can use freeze-dried. You don't have to. You don't have to put the chicken in. You can have some of your own home canned chicken, so when you get ready to cook this, you can put it in there at that time. You don't have to put it in there. Okay, this is done. And to mix this up, it says to put in for like a quart, it says 4 or 5 tablespoons of that. Okay? Put it in a cup of water. And then you add, put it on top of the stove. Cook it for about an hour, hour and a half. A little longer, just kind of depends on your dried vegetables. You want them done. Like say, if you want to add meat to it, you can. I added the dehydrated, so. But there it is. It's called, that one's a chicken vegetable soup starter mix. So you can add that to it. If you want to add potatoes to it, feel free to do that. If you want to add any kind of other vegetable, not a problem. Whatever you like. But there it is. You can add as much as you want to a pot, and that way you've got soup for more than one person. If you were to mix this up for the one person, then you would use 4 or 5 tablespoons for a quart with a quart of water. If you want less than that, then just use 1.5 tablespoons per cup of water, so that you can make an individual, for backpacking, whatever you want to, whatever you're using it for. But that's how to make that. I hope you like the recipe. Catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.